The origins of the adventuring party known as the Swords of Jordoba are lost in the sands of history. Scholars have written that they rose from humble beginnings, but when confronted with the evils of the world of Jordoba, they immediately accepted the challenge, joining battle without hesitation, a shining example of heroism. So, you guys have got your torch lit. The Antiquities Collector has the torch.
Yeehaw!
Ooh.
Ooh.
Look at that lighting.
Fancy.
Fancy.
Yeah, I can see Ola in the back. We're going through the cave and we can see her. Yay! Oh. Ooh. Ah.
I'm putting that race car to use.
That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not on the race car. I'm just sliding it around. So
Oh.
I know. All right. So
Fancy.
you guys are now in the passageway. What do you do?
Do we hear anything?
You do not hear anything now.
Do
What's
we
kinda
see
hard
any
with the-
obvious blood or anything?
Nope. Nothing like that.
Does it smell weird in here?
It smells like a centipede fart a little bit.
I feel like everything's going to smell like a centipede fart from now on.
Wouldn't that just smell like salad? I mean, really?
And clerics.
It just smell like an old lady.
Oh, smells like old lady cleric. Oh my god, there's a giant beast in the background. Holy shit,
Run.
I'm out of here.
We were paid
yeah,
enough for this.
fuck that. That was a Titanic nope.
That's what I've been saying all along.
Right,
Danny.
okay, I'm sorry. You were right, I was wrong. You're out of here.
Funny thing is, anybody watching this video is not going to actually see what happened, which was Milo, my dog, who is, about, this tall, looked over the top of the dungeon wall at the back, but Shane's got the video cut off part of the way through.
So are we looking at a courtyard, Matt, or or is there actually a ceiling?
This is underground. Now there is a ceiling. So
Okay. And then looking straight across next to my left of the door,
Mhm.
it looks like there's actually a crack in the wall. Is that there, or is that because the component is just a little bit out of place?
that's because the component's out of place.
Okay.
We'll have way higher tech on
Okay.
terrain next time. But
All right. Just wanted to make sure that it was,
yeah.
So
But we do in fact see a door.
And how far away is that door?
That door is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 feet away. So, have you got a bullseye lantern, Shane, or are you using
He's
Yeah,
torching.
like I'm rich. I got a torch.
Oh, you got a torch. Okay.
So we don't
5,
even
10,
see that.
15, 20, 25,
I
30.
think we do.
Darkness.
Well, yeah, we
How does
the
that
two
look on the screen?
the two elves would probably see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're not the two elves. That is so courteous of you. Excuse
You
me.
can't believe you're finally seeing my true self. It's just
It's because you're standing in front of me. You're gonna take the first shot. I give you something to live for.
honestly, I'm surprised you're seeing above me at this point.
Now, if you had a halfling in the front line, you could shoot over the halfling's head. The dwarves are too tall for that.
We don't
Is there
know
any,
that for certain. I'm
can we
willing
see
to
any-
try.
Why don't we move up to the
See, I
entrance
give
to
it
the room,
and I take it away.
Yeah.
or the entrance to whatever. Presumably that's a room or a very large corridor.
Yeah, let's proceed downwards into the hallway.
Okay. So you proceed on into the hallway.
What's
whoa,
that?
Whoa. That doesn't look like
What's that?
anything fun.
That is looks like some sort of very large earthenware statue.
Oh,
Okay, it's probably safe. Probably safe.
And
Oh, there's more of
another
them.
one and
Oh.
another door.
oh,
Okay.
more doors.
All right.
Um,
That.
Oh.
this-
There's earthenware
this just
statues
got
in
horrible.
in the four corners of the room.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
And Matt, is there a door to our left as well, which I'll call west arbitrarily?
Arbitrarily, west is exactly right.
Okay, good deal. All right, so
How about
3 doors, 4 statues.
how
how
about
about,
we investigate the
Oh well, you know
statue?
where you're supposed to be going. Your instructions are that the missionary church that Sister Francesca was setting up is the one is going to go to is the door to your right.
To the
Wow.
east.
Let's start there and see if we can find any clues.
Like a good elf.
All right, are we going to go ahead and assume that because Francesca made it through here in order to set up the the thing
It must be
that there's
safe.
no, it must be safe.
Well, there's not a big stain on the middle of the floor, so she made it through here somehow.
Well, like I said, how about any tracks? We see any tracks?
You're going to sort of start looking around the room, moving in and doing
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. So you're looking around for tracks.
Ooh, I'm an elf. I'm gonna look for stuff.
Yeah, do we see any secret doors?
All right, let's take a look around for secret doors, shall we? Actually, Skeeter, I think you've got a 1 in 6 chance to just spot one.
Just by
Anytime.
walking through.
Now, everyone else would have to be searching walls in order to be able to find a secret door. So, you guys are sort of.
Yes, if I actively search, I have a 4 in 6 chance. What the
Okay.
hell?
It
Oh,
takes
that's
you-
us.
That's us.
Oh my God! Oh shit! We got jumped.
Get it!
That's me.
We got
That's me. That's
Now, that goes to show you exactly what it's like in an underground area where there may be threats, and you've got one torch being held by a really, really short guy. As you turn around, and you're like, "Oh the hell!
Oh,
that's
Jesus.
us."
All right. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
I'm not tense at all.
You're the one who's been saying this whole thing's gonna work out.
I am a habitual liar.
Also known fact about elves.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So,
So are we gonna search this room?
well, first thing is that Skeeter goes up to the doors that you're supposed to go to, and so he's just taking a look for tracks there, so Skeeter, you do find that there's been some sort of travel in and out through this door. Somebody wearing carpet slippers, as far as you can tell.
Does,
Gosh,
That must be her.
I think.
does it smell like menthol cigarettes and hard candy?
No, that's me.
Okay.
The armor.
That's what
The armory.
That's what centipede farts smell like.
Okay.
All right. Is anybody else? Are you gonna check walls for secret doors? What are you gonna do?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
search for
Let's
secret
check it before we
doors.
go, yeah.
Let's
Oh,
check and see.
just in case.
If the other
Okay,
doors
where-
are.
Where are you checking?
I would like to check one of the statues, or actually all of the statues.
All right. So Skeeter goes over and he's checking out the statue.
I'm going
Yeah.
to irritate the stone spirits.
What is it that you are doing with said statue?
Is it? I'll touch it.
Okay, it's made out of.
Is it mounted to the ground? Is it
okay.
hollow like a clay statue?
Okay.
Is it?
It is a clay statue. You knock on it, you can't really tell whether it's hollow or not. You look down underneath it. As far as you can, it's on a very small stone pedestal. So there's no way that clay really melds into stone. So you're going to guess
Right.
that it's not attached.
Okay.
Now, the other thing is that, Allah, you know, as a dwarf, that there are no stonework traps or falling ceilings or anything like that in the room as you look around.
Is
there space in his mouth?
Pretty safe.
There's a little bit of a space in his mouth, but you hit clay toward the back as you reach in your hand in between the giant
did
like teeth.
I can reach in there. Are you crazy?
I don't know. I thought that was what you were saying. So that's
Oh,
We can
yeah,
assume
no,
that this
not at
place
all.
is pretty safe. I mean, if it's good enough for a missionary, it's probably good enough for the rest of us.
Have you ever seen a Mr. Magoo cartoon?
Might be before my time.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh, snap.
oh, zowie.
I'm sorry. Could you speak up a little bit? I didn't quite.
Please don't. It could get worse.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it's not like you've got an AOL email or anything like that.
Oh, wow.
Double burn.
Oh,
That's not me.
getting toasty in here.
That would be Shane. Okay.
Let's get some aloe for.
Hey, Thibodeau, could you check the other doors, see if they're open, locked, whatever?
I don't know about the lock and stuff like that, but let's definitely go. Listen to the doors.
Okay. So,
East, west, and north.
And Muriel's going to plunk herself squarely in the center of the room. She'll
Okay.
supervise from the back.
so Myriel is here in the center of the room. All right. Thibodeau is over here checking that door to see if he can find anything interesting. I'm sorry about that. This is again, technology with the cameras, which will be better next time. And Skeeter goes over and checks this lion. Okay, so Skeeter, you're doing the same stuff as before?
Yeah.
Okay. You stick your hand in the mouth of this one and also
I
touch.
do not. That's why I have arrows.
Point.
Okay, so you're poking the thing with an arrow. Okay.
Yes.
So while you're doing that, Thibodeau checks the door out. Shane, you don't see any obvious tripwires or any wires running down the sides or anything like that with the door. So as far as you can tell, there is no trap trigger that you could try and disable. So,
Right.
and there's no specific area where you could look. I mean, if you could check you can make a general check on the door. What is your find
Delicate.
trap, delicate tasks? Yeah.
Delegate task is 20.
All right. Yeah, you don't find anything checking around there. Skeeter's done with this lion. He heads off over here to go check the third one. What are you going to do?
Do I hear anything?
Going to hear noise.
3 and 6.
All right. You hear something making a sort of clunkety clunk noise on the inside of the room.
Is that like a swingy, or is that a
No, that's a
smashy
clunkety clunk.
smashy?
It's between a swingy and a smashy. It's a clunkety clunk.
As long as it's not a grindy screamy.
No, not a grindy scream.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to shimmy back to the middle and tell them.
Okay. So Shane comes back over here and delivers the news that there is a clunky noise.
Clunky.
Okay.
Skeeter has finished checking the lion in the northwest corner and goes over to the southwest corner. Check on Skeeter. There's Skeeter. Allah is just standing there. I guess Allah comes over to the.
Yeah, I'm looking around, also protecting Myriel.
Watch the door. Say
I'm gonna check.
clunkety.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very door thing to do. But I'm no expert at doors. I'm an expert at elves.
Your door expert is Shane, so you know. Antiquities collection and doors.
That's it.
And he gave us that great definition of clunkety.
So I think that
Hey, at least
we
I'm
can-
not Skeeter. I'm not the one who needed a definition of clunky.
I think at this
Could
point
you define the clunkety?
we can call this mission a failure, right? And
Yeah.
back out slowly.
We're out. and
We
get
came to the
centipede.
city. We couldn't find her.
Well, we didn't
Um,
even check the missionary. I think it's the other door. Is the actual
Really?
mission.
How well
Are you-
trained?
are you sure?
The clunkety door, just as an aside to the players as opposed to the characters who may be engaged in their own sort of machination here, but that is actually the door that you're supposed to be going through is the one that's
Yeah, he said that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. In that case, yeah, maybe.
How well trained are these centipedes? I mean, how does it know to go back home?
The fart trail.
Keeps its own.
That's one of the ways it finds its way, but really that's uncommon for these centipedes. It's part of the reason why this one had a somewhat lower market value than the other ones that would have been available, and it'll go home when it gets bored, basically.
So do we think it could backtrack its own trail to where it was in here last?
Yes. Actually,
Okay.
I'm going to allow you guys to be able to backtrack your own trail as well, because mapping in this one is going to be impossible given the way that things, sort of move around.
So what I mean by backtracking its trail is when it was in here before, could it follow the path it was in here before?
Oh, yeah. You can try and communicate that to the centipede. Shane, you play the role of the centipede.
Okay.
All right,
Yes.
monkey, find your way back home. Okay, that's not
Is
going
that a yes or a no?
Sure. Okay, well, the door. Let's do this.
All right. So you guys move over.
Nice centipede.
Actually, right at this point, Skeeter's arrow goes deeper into the lion's mouth than it did with any of the others.
Whoa.
Which
Wait, hold
line?
on. We got a situation over here. Thibodeau.
Other than the clunk?
If that door opens, we got a situation there too.
Well, this is closer to me than the door, so I got a situation over here right now.
We'll switch situations.
Yeah, let's start with a situation we could potentially control.
What is
there,
that?
I think this statue might be hollow. There's more space in its mouth than in the other ones.
I'll go check it out carefully.
Unless the statue starts clunking and walking around, I think the clunk is actually a little bit more of a pressing.
Well, the clunk is not in the room yet.
Well, that's true, but the only active things go clunk, right? I mean, things that are moving.
Not. Well,
Well, look, y'all go check active clunk. I go talk non-active crunch.
yeah.
I don't
All right.
even know what the hell that meant.
Exactly.
It's a
Just
rare
making
halfling
sure.
dialect.
Well, the Belly Whopper family does come from a sort of a river village of halflings further down from the straits, from Jordoba, and so they're sort of they eat alligators and stuff like that. So
They're Cajun. Perfect.
Tastes like chicken.
yeah.
Okay, so do we want to go through the door and figure out what the clunky is?
I think that's probably our best bet.
So you're gonna leave the hollow earthenware lion that Skeeter has spent all this time discovering, and just walk away from it and go investigate.
Nobody gives a shit. The struggle is real, and I have slaved over this hot lion for all this time, and now you just want to go deal with this clunkety. All right, that's fine.
Okay,
I think
so
my
I'm
itchy
not-
fingers are saying otherwise.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That is exactly what I want to do. I recognize that you've labored long and hard poking an arrow into the lion statue.
Yeah.
But
weirdly, it was successful.
well, you discovered a hole in the lion is all. Not like
We're going to take our successes where we can get them.
Okay,
I'm willing to characterize that as a success. Yeah.
All right,
We're not dead yet.
one down. Who knows how many to go? Okay, so
Yeah.
you're at the door. You gonna try and open it?
Dead silence.
You guys are the most heroic party I think I have ever seen.
We're gonna try to
We're
open
the B team, you know.
I checked it. I did my part.
it. They're who they sent in after the 60-year-old.
I mean, it's I've played at conventions with like 100 people, like
culled out, some of the very best players that I saw from that, and this is what I get. Apparently the best players are the ones who stay
Let's
at the
get out
back.
of here, guys.
Right. I always survive, and the problem is when you get 4 of you in one place, I gotta put the
It's seriously, Matt. You couldn't have gotten one dumbass in the group.
I know.
Come on.
I should have.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm here.
A barbarian named
No.
Urk. I'll open the door.
I'm here. I can do that part. Oh, sorry.
All right.
The disembodied head.
All
You're gonna
right.
tell us that none of it's actually been recorded, or are you just gonna make your comment?
I just want to be the stupid
all
one,
right.
and I'm done now.
Okay.
Why don't we put the dwarf in front of the door, and I'll open the door to the side. Looks like it.
Okay.
Does it open towards us or away? I don't see hinges, but
It's going to open inward because it's a defensive door. You're assuming that it could be barred from the other side. So.
all right.
Now-
Then somebody other than me needs to try and open it because
I would offer to kick down the door in traditional heroic fashion, but since the door is clearly made out of wood and that is sacred to elves, I can't do that.
You can't thug a wooden door.
I can't kick the
Alright.
wooden door.
I'm going to handle this situation because I am an elf and we handle things. I will go open the door.
Okay.
I will be ready.
How did your quest end? There was a door. We were screwed. We didn't know what to do.
But we did find the hollow lion, man.
Yeah, there was a hollow lion, but no, we
Found
didn't handle that.
All right.
Okay.
Real stuff
Peter,
is back.
you tried. The door is, of course, sort of stuck, but you are able to shove it open. And on the other side,
Oh,
I knocked the wall
Whoa,
down.
dramatic.
And it's chaos.
fall, everyone dies. No, okay.
Wow.
So here you are, looking into the room. There is a figure with a crow sort of beak coming out from under a hood. Looks sort of like a humanoid crow. And it looks at you guys and it says, "What?"
Whoa, sister, you've changed into a crow.
First, we are not related because you are a dwarf. And second, I am not your sister because I am a guy, which anyone should be able to tell looking at a kenku because my bill is 1.5 inches longer than it would be otherwise.
Hey, we're here looking for the
Myriel? Myriel?
No, he did.
The
Yeah,
sister's a bird.
no, that's a time out. Call off red alert. The bird's not the sister. I realized that race and gender may be a little tricky for Torback to get his head around, but yes, I will vouch for that. The sister did not have a beak and feathers.
All of these things are good to know.
I'm sorry I didn't give you a more precise description before we ended out. My bad.
What
That's
are we
on me.
looking for?
That's on me.
The sister.
And I will bow to the Kenku and say, our apologies for the misunderstanding. We are here looking for one of my sisters, the sisters of my order, rather elderly woman, Slippers. Likes to talk about the goddess of the dawn.
Human.
No, only got here about 45 minutes ago.
And what brings you to the old city?
Well, we live here, but just not in this part. So I was coming to take a look. Maybe there might be something.
So when you say we, do you mean other Kenku?
Oh, no. I am alone.
Okay.
He can join us.
So who's the we that lives elsewhere in the old city?
Royal we. I'm a king.
Oh.
Your Majesty.
Oh, Your Majesty!
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. My loyal subjects. I may have need of treasure carrying, and you can come along with your very large centipede and carry the treasure that I find in this part of the dungeon.
The problem with this, Matt, is if you have us suddenly all four of us are this guy's henchmen, then you're gonna end up playing both sides of the game.
Well,
You want us to open the door? Okay.
we'll have to make far fewer decisions this way.
That's totally true.
We spent like half an hour figuring out marching order.
It was 45 minutes from the time we started to the point that we got in the dungeon. I did start slow, no question, but
So the Kinku has not seen the sister.
well, he hasn't said that.
All right,
And
Mr. Kinku.
we appreciate your generous offer, Your Majesty, to join you and carry treasure. But unfortunately, I am constrained by my responsibilities to find my sister, Francesca. Have you perhaps seen her?
No, none of us have.
How do you know?
Okay.
Maybe somebody else has seen her.
Well,
He's using
they-
the royal we.
they would have
Us.
they would have told me.
They.
And again, Your Majesty, who's they?
I'm using the royal we, and that was the royal they.
My natural inclination is to murder this guy, so I'm having a hard time.
I always thought
well-
elves were peace loving.
Where did he come from?
You missed
have
that
you-
chapter.
Have you in your 45 minutes here, where you've established a kingdom and explored other areas here in this?
Well, no, not yet. This is the first room on this side of this gate.
Mm.
And have you explored perhaps the other rooms on this side of the gate?
No, we all come from another part of the old city.
We all. How many people are included in your royal we, Your Highness?
How many doors are in this room?
See,
Two.
Do we still hear that noise, by the way? The
Yeah, what's the
Camera?
clangy?
No, the clunking noise seems to have stopped. You don't hear anything clunking.
Maybe not till it stops walking.
And Your Majesty, we were attracted to this room by the sound of a clunk.
That is strange.
Did you?
You must
the
not.
clunk?
You must not live near many people if you follow a clunking noise every time.
That's
Well-
what I'm saying.
Clunk,
I was
clunk,
investigating
shimmy,
something
yeah,
else.
you know.
What do you do?
Well, let's go ahead. We'll just move on through. Come on, y'all.
I want to look and see if we can find the bedroom slippers tracks again.
Okay, so you're following. So you move on, sort of, nose to the ground, looking for the, bedroom slipper tracks, and you pick them up about 10 feet into the room, and they appear to be headed toward this door over here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to continue to talk to the royal Kenku. Yeah.
Okay. So Myriel is up here, just out. We'll put you just outside of 10-foot melee combat distance, just in case. That's not you. That's Sister Eliza. You found her. Okay. So here is
My strong preference is always to stay out of 10
Myriel.
foot.
We've got Skeeter here following the trail of the carpet slippers. We have the dwarf and the antiquities collector further toward the back. Okay. So Skeeter's moving forward. Myriel, are you saying anything in particular to the Kenku, or just sort of?
I'm inquiring his name. I also check, is he armed? We didn't get that in the description.
Yes, he is. He's got because he's got a cloak, so it wasn't immediately obvious. But yeah, he's got a short sword underneath one side of the cloak.
Armor?
He's got sort of leather armor. Anybody else doing anything? Especially the dwarf and the halfling. What are you doing, Ala?
I'm gonna just check out the room just to make sure there isn't anything strange going on here, like obvious traps and whatnot. Otherwise, I think going towards this slipper door is probably the safe bet.
Okay, actually, when you check around looking for weird stonework stuff, you do find that there is a little tiny sort of gargoyle-y looking thing over here on the far side of Skeeter, and it looks like one of those.
Say hi.
When there's like a pillar with a a sort of grotesque figure on it that's like a water spout or something like that. It looks like that, except that it's awfully low to the ground. So
Perhaps the clunk. Does it look like perhaps it could have fallen from the ceiling?
no, it doesn't. It does have sort of some bits of stonework and stuff that are like attached to it on the sides and on the back. Shane, what are you doing?
I will move up to the door and listen to it.
Okay, so Skeeter has followed the trail of the carpet slippers up to here.
Well, I'm not going to walk in front of Gargoyle that just showed up.
Okay, well you just haven't
Jeez.
seen those. All right, so you stop when
And I'm
there's
like, holy shit, there's a
Oi,
Gargoyle.
oi, there's a thing here.
all right.
It took her dwarven abilities to see it, not elven.
Meanwhile, the
Whoa.
halfling has gone
Yeah,
over
you're gonna
to the
you're gonna
door.
have to pick a side there, Dwelf.
Never.
This riding the fence business is getting confusing.
All right,
I was just
All
born
right.
in the wrong species, man.
you are attacked from behind.
Who is
Whoa.
attacked?
What's your armor class?
Mine is 4.
Ooh, you are hit.
Oh.
So, you turn the camera.
You
Let's see
scream
what's
like an
happening.
Scream like bam, earthquake.
All right.
I kind of, kind of girlish scream. It's like he's been practicing what an elf would scream like.
Yeah, it's kind of girly.
Almost like there's another Kenku there.
Everybody knows that elves scream high.
Hey, try to be nice
Oh,
to some
God.
people.
Okay.
Oh God, the pump.
Pieces of shit.
Oh, my kidneys. I needed exactly 2 of those, but I only have 1.
Let me see if I can now. I'm going to do some high-tech shit here.
He's getting out the fake blood to spray on your backpack.
Our minis are just going to be drenched.
Here comes
right
the
down to,
spray
like,
paint.
Okay. How are we doing here on how this looks? Let me try and...
God help us if somebody casts a fireball.
whoa. We're first level, man. Why would you even say things like that?
I meant us casting it.
This is hurtful. All right. So I think you guys can see. Can you all see the thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are 3 Kenku who come in the gate behind Allah. One of them attacks. One of them misses. This is why I kept asking Shane and Allah what they were doing, for somebody to say, I'm going to keep watch behind us, but nobody actually said that. So,
Yeah, that was
That was Myriel's job.
I'm actually being the front rank. I was the one who's like
Well,
keep
you
an eye on the one in
screwed
front
up.
of us.
It looks to me like you're kind of the middle rank. That one's your
was
picture right there.
Muriel's job.
And I don't think there's any
You had
geometric.
one job.
That sounds like a consensus.
We are the worst.
Well,
Two short swords clang off of your armor, and one of them hits you, and you take 3 hit points of damage. How many have you got?
That's a third of my hit points right there.
Uh-oh.
So I'm down to 6.
If only you had a cleric who could cast Cure Light Wounds.
Oof. Oh, I really needed that.
Okay. So Muriel turns around and has got these 3 people here. Let me get everybody's dexterity so we can find out what order things are going to be happening in combat. Jim, what's your dexterity?
7.
You'll go later on tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow.
Let's actually start with somebody who's likely to have double digits and say, Shane, what is your dex?
17.
Skeeter,
14.
Ala,
Also 14.
You're kidding me. You all
We're like
more
the
than
same
double or more my
person.
dex?
You are one nimble dwarf.
You
like
know,
it.
that's
Or dwelf.
it's
Sorry,
the
I didn't mean to be
elven
racial.
Wow.
I
I've
didn't mean to
trained
denigrate.
decades in the nimble arts of elven kind.
nothing, huh?
I got nothing I could say.
Got nothing. Okay. Okay, so that was the melee round. The way that we're going to do combat, which I think everybody but Jim has seen the way that I do this, but it basically goes in phases through the round instead of everybody having an individual initiative. The phases are spells and missile weapons, then you have melee, then you have movement, and then you have screwing around with your stuff, basically. So that if there were anybody carrying a spell locked and loaded, which Skeeter, I'm assuming that you have not because you would lose it if you took damage, but you can walk around with a spell locked and loaded, then that would actually go off at the very top of the round instantly before even any bow fire or anything like that. Then bows, then we resolve anybody who's in melee, and all of that is done each time by dex order. And then at the end, people can mess around with their stuff. So that was basically a surprise round in which they got their attack. Allah is in melee combat with all three of the Kenku. So are you, technically, Muriel, because you are close enough into the thing to be in the sort of zone of the combat. The rest of you are not. In fact, Muriel, you're basically, you've got the one from, you're in range of all four of the Kenku for this combat. And
I'm sorry.
So-
Who said that Myriel wasn't doing her job?
Oh, that was pretty much all of us.
Well, we can all take it back now. Step it
I
up.
think I'm missing a vertebrae now, so.
okay, so we go to spells and missiles. Anybody got missiles?
I can do a
So-
missile. I got a sling.
Okay.
Because I did not clarify what I was doing, I'm assuming I have neither my shield nor my bow ready.
No, go ahead and pick which one you had ready, but it's going to be a real difficulty to switch from one to the other if you've got, you know, getting off a shield and putting the shield on when you drop your bow is going to be a pain. But go ahead and pick which way were you?
Primarily, I'm going to have my bow in my hand. The only time I would use my shield is when I have to fight with a short sword, and that's when shit is going really wrong.
Okay, so you've got So we're going to say that you had bow in hand.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and attack. So you can spin around, put your back to the gargoyle.
My first action is not to use the bow.
All right. So you're
I-
skipping the spells and missiles phase.
No, I'm preparing to cast a spell because shit is
begin.
starting to go sideways already.
Okay. So you begin casting a
Imagine
spell.
our surprise.
That spell will go off at the top of the round in the next round before
Okay.
anything else happens. However, if you're damaged while you're casting the spell, then the problem.
Right.
So that's spells and missiles. Shane, I'm assuming you didn't really have the sling out.
I would say probably not.
Yeah, because you're doing thiefly stuff. So I'm going to assume. In your case that you're keeping your hands free unless you tell me that you're going to take out a weapon and walk around. Okay. The next phase is going to be melee. So we've got a bunch of people who actually are considered to be in melee. And still, I'm just writing a note here myself about that. The Kenku have a dexterity of. They have a dexterity of 12. So basically, they're going before everyone, but they're going after everyone but Myriel. So Shane, you have the highest
Phrase
dexterity.
everybody should get used to hearing.
So Shane, you're not in melee range of anybody. So we're going to skip you. Skeeter, you are also not in melee range of anyone. So we're skipping you. Ala, you're in melee. What do you do?
Tobac's gonna whip around and find which one has blood on his short sword and attempt to stab him.
There is
Because
definitely.
that was his favorite kidney.
All right. Yes, you can definitely see that one of them has a bloodied short sword and is looking down at you, with a sort of triumphant look and says, "Now I will kill you."
I do know for a fact that you do have a favorite kidney, because I have one kidney that's really an asshole. I know that. I know that is a thing.
So, Ala, are you going to attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna stab that guy, or I will attempt to stab that guy. I'm not
Okay.
gonna get ahead of myself. I know my luck.
Confidence! Be the
Roll the-
elf you can be.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. In that case,
Roll
I'm
your
gonna
attack.
stab the shit out of him. Oh,
Yeah.
do I need to dice for this? I thought you were gonna roll over a dice for us.
No, I didn't roll it. I can roll. Do you not have dice with you?
Actually, not right in front of me on my computer, but I have random.org. So let me just do 1 through 20.
This is how you can tell that she's like 10 years younger than any of the other three elves.
That is
I
not.
I carry dice in my purse, but it's not within arm's reach of me.
Doesn't Google have an automatic built-in?
And
Probably
after
does.
talking all this shit, I have to slowly roll back here and grab my dice.
All right.
Right?
No one is noticing Skeeter do this.
Mr. Magoo had his dice.
All right.
Apparently, Google does not auto roll. I rolled a 12 on random.org.
Okay.
I will go. find
12
some
is going to
dice.
be a hit for you. Roll damage.
Oh shoot. Okay, hold on.
Okay,
Let's
here's
roll
what
the
we'll
dice.
do. You know what? Here's what
Hold
we'll
on,
do.
hold on.
We're
I'm
gonna we're gonna take a quick break because we'll do that, and then we will come back in 10 minutes? 8 minutes. We'll come back in 8 minutes.
I'm
See
actually
everybody-
going to use my aluminum dice I got from Tinker's Tavern Crate.
8 minutes.
Ooh.
I think
Well,
they want to
that-
kill us on
That-
general
that-
principle.
God,
All right.
I kind of want to kill us.
You're all
Suicide
live,
pact.
All right, Zach, how we doing?
so we're live.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we
Ola gave away our secret.
Okay. So we were waiting. Ola was going to roll damage.
Yep.
Roll
Okay.
damage.
It is 4 points of damage. I guess 5 points for the strength modifier.
Your
What's
strength modifier goes up?
Is there a strength modifier? I can't remember. It's I've been playing 5th edition for way too freaking long.
Yeah, sure.
What's your strength?
My strength is 17.
Holy shit. Yeah, you got like a plus.
That's plus
Uh,
one.
Plus 1. Yeah, it's just the plus 1. So it's it should be.
Are you doing
I think
complete,
Old
Matt?
school.
I'm playing complete. So there is an additional fighter bonus. I think.
Oh, it's
on
plus
that.
two.
Plus one.
Yeah, it is plus
Oh,
two.
is it plus 2?
Plus
Okay.
2 for 17
Yeah.
strength.
Okay. So
I need to adjust my numbers then.
And plus 2 to hit as well.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah, it's
Okay.
plus 2.
yeah,
plus
you're
2.
pretty with a 17 strength. You're pretty lethal using the supplements. Okay, so
So that's 6 points, yeah?
6.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
plus two, plus
That's
You-
an ouchie.
So it looks down at you and it says, "I will kill you." And then it looks down at the blade that's sticking through its stomach and slowly keels over. And that is why you always need to keep an eye on what the dwarf is doing, because they're lower than you are. So out of field,
And the belly
field of
button.
vision. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Well, you've got room to talk there, Thibodeau the halfling. You'll bite their ankles.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the now we have the Kenku, because they have a working dexterity of 12. One of them rolls a 19 to hit Ala. That's a hit.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
And the other one rolls a 7, which is a miss. So the damage that you take from the Kenku's short sword is 2 points.
Oof. All right.
You're down 5 now, I think. Now, Muriel,
4.
we get to you. Now, your problem is that you've got combatants on both sides of you. So do you want now, and you can attack, actually, yeah, because I forgot that Kenku there. He's going to scooch up a little bit and attack. He missed you, I think. What's your armor class, Jim?
6.
6. Okay, yeah, he missed you with an 8. So he's moved up into combat with you. You could potentially also be attacked by one of these others that's back here, that are back here fighting Ala, except that she's going to sort of block the way. So
So
you're
how-
not very likely to be attacked from behind.
How many are back there, Matt?
There are two.
behind Torvak. Okay.
There are two now living behind Torvak. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to hope that the mage is going to bail us out, and I will try and keep the one in front of me from perhaps interfering with that spell. So if I can melee with that one, and if any way provide cover for Orchestric.
Okay, now there is the way that's going to work is that since melee and movement are different phases, you can definitely fight it any time that it wants to leave. You would get a fleeing attack, but you wouldn't. But unless you killed it, you wouldn't be able to stop it from moving.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
All right. So you move up and engage. Roll to hit.
holy shit. That might have actually hit. That's a 15.
That's a hit.
Whoa!
Okay. Roll damage.
I max out 4 points of damage.
All right.
Excellent.
You step forward and slay the king of the Kenku, and down he goes.
And then Myriel opens her eyes.
Now,
That worked.
Sister Francesca would tell you in your, combat classes that those, probably should have been done in the opposite order. First you kill him, then you close your eyes.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that?
I was looking at the door.
Torvak, tell me you saw that.
Oh, dude, there's two in front of me. I didn't see anything, but there's two in front of me. I'm trying to keep them off me.
Come on, you saw that, right?
I'm not sure what happened. I had something in my eye.
All right, so there's a dead Kenku in the middle of the room that no one except Myriel really knows what happened to it.
The centipede knows.
The centipede,
The centipede will never tell.
In centipede, that means Myriel totally killed that Kenku.
All right, so that was the melee phase. Now we go to the movement phase. Shane, are you moving at all?
I will move.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't think I can get all the way up there, but I'll go towards the dead king guy.
Okay. Yeah, you can get all the way over to the dead king guy. Okay. Skeeter, what do you do?
I cast my spell.
Okay, that'll be at the top of next round. You're not moving.
Nope.
Paula, are you moving anywhere? Are you going to retreat from combat?
I feel like I'm serving as a door here, so I should just tough it out.
All right.
With my dwarven constitution. Oh, God.
Muriel, are you moving anywhere?
I move to Torvak's side and engage the Kenku
Oh, now you get
Okay.
brave.
So
So
you
brave,
move-
Muriel.
with my battle cry.
Can I run away
Waving my
now?
hammer over
Yeah.
my head.
Now he's
Go
I'm
back,
actually
Torvak,
terrified.
I'm here to help.
Now I'm scared.
Muriel becomes a berserker.
Apparently Muriel managed to take one down, and then all of a sudden she's like,
Don't worry, I'll save you.
Okay, now it's the phase where if anybody's switching weapons or anything like that. Shane, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was waving at the girl.
Oh, okay.
My wife, Jen, tell me to keep it.
Yeah, but I'll be getting my sling out.
All right, you get your sling out.
The fancy rock.
You're ready to go. And anybody else? Skeeter, you're not doing anything. Ala, you're in combat. Jim,
Yep.
You're in combat. We move up to the next round.
Spell goes off.
Spell is off. Yep. What spell you were casting?
Nighty night, sweet princess.
Nice.
All of the people over on this side of the room fall asleep.
Yep.
And you better stay down.
No, well, you're asleep. You can't talk.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna. Oh.
I fell asleep too. Okay. Well, you better stay.
All right, antiquities collector.
I'm here to help.
We need to tie up these bird people, and later
You got rope?
extract information from them. I do have rope.
Good. Okay, we'll tie them up
Okay, you tie up the bird people.
and then search the rest of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Each one of them is carrying 10 gold pieces.
Oh, dog, 40.
One of them has a key,
Cool.
and that's it.
Well, they got weapons too. Any more equipment? We might need it.
Yeah, they've got short swords and they've got short bows.
Cool.
Ooh, arrows.
I don't know what Myriel and Tordek have on them. That would be the character.
Yeah, we got to take theirs too. You never know.
You guys should, it's
Same.
all posted all online, so you
It
guys
turns
know
out-
what I have.
Muriel does have a clay ashtray with the holy symbol.
You were holding out on us.
Holding out.
All right. After we get the bird people tied up and secured well, we'll wake up our allies.
Okay, the allies wake up, and with that, you are able to. We will begin there on the next session. So, go ahead. We'll call it there for the evening. We'll do like a 5-minute debrief. How'd it go?